let's continue with the review. This problem here, you need to basically fill in what's missing. They gave you, given is N is parallel to M, and angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. I don't know anything about line P and R except that they are transversals. So I got two parallel lines cut by a transversal, okay? N is parallel to M is given. We didn't get too in depth with proofs in this unit. We're going to do that next. We just kind of introduce you to proof this time. So number 1 is given because it's given. And in a proof, you want to go from a logical step to the next logical step until you come to that final conclusion, what's at the end, what you're trying to prove. So here we have angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. I got two parallel lines cut by a transversal. Those look like corresponding angles. So if you got two parallel lines, I know that corresponding angles are congruent. What's the name for that? It's called the corresponding angles theorem. And you can write that. So for number 2, it should be the corresponding angles theorem. And number 3, if you look at angle 1, congruent to angle 2, look up top, given. Nothing to think about. It's just given. And then angle 2, congruent to angle 3, that's transitive because of what you have. And then P is parallel to R. That's going to be the converse to the alternate interior angles theorem. Basically, if you have two alternate interior angles that are congruent, you can say that the lines are parallel. But like I said, we're going to talk more about that in the next unit. All right? Next one. This is just a definition here. It says, Josh defined parallel lines as two lines that never intersect. Is this definition correct? The answer is no. Why? Only thing they missed was in a plane. So they should have said two lines that intersect in a plane that never intersect. It's the same thing for the other one. So that one should have been everything except in a plane. And the next one, it says, John was asked to define a circle in his geometry quiz. His response was marked incorrect. Explain why his response was incorrect. John's response to set of all points in space. They're the same distance from a given point. Close, but it's not in space. It should be the set of all points in a plane. So instead of writing in space, he should have put in a plane. Got it? Great. It's the beautiful thing about videos. You can just keep on working. All right. Even though I don't mind pausing. Pausing is good to make sure everybody gets it. So, all right, next one. Says, what's the measurement of the angle? I got two parallel lines cut by a transversal. If I look at these angles, do they look congruent? They do look congruent, and they are, because those are actually corresponding angles. So if I have corresponding angles, I know that this angle measurement is congruent to that angle measurement. So you're going to set them equal to each other and solve. So I'm going to say 12x minus 9 equals 11x plus 3. And this answer is incorrect. Even though they have 135, this is one of the ones that's wrong. So the way you solve this, let's see, add 9 on both sides. So then you got 12x equals 11x plus 12. Subtract 11x on both sides. X is equal to 12. So the answer should be 12. I don't know where they got 135. I just think it's a mistake. There's several mistakes in this test. So the answer is 12, but they got 135. So you can put in 135 just so it gives you the right answer. Your grade on this will be simply a completion grade because there's so many mistakes on it. All right, this one. This one they got right. All right, this one says, what's the relationship between these two angles? That's what you're looking at. And if, just to note, I'm going to draw two parallel lines cut by a transversal. This is just an example. If I knew that this one is, say, 60 degrees, if I know that's 60, I know that has to be 60. I know this is all add up to give me 180, so I know this has to be 120. And this is 120. And I'm just giving you an example with some numbers. So if that's 120, this is also going to be 120. That's going to be 120. That's 60. That's 60. Got it? Great. So if I look over here, what's the relationship between this angle and this angle? But when you add them, it gives you 180. So that's what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is set 134 plus x plus 54 equals 180. Then I'm going to solve it. So let's see. To solve this, collect like terms, add them. So you're going to have 2x plus, what's that, 188 equals 180. Subtract 188 on both sides. So it's 2x equals negative 8. Divide by 2. So x is equal to negative 4. And let's keep going. It says write the equation below in slope-intercept form. Determine if the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So basically they're telling you what to do. You solve both of them for y. That's what slope-intercept form means. And then if the slopes are the same, it's parallel. If it's a negative reciprocal, it's going to be perpendicular. So I'm going to take 3x equals y minus 5. Solve that for y, add 5 on both sides. So you can have 3x plus 5 equals y. So for this one, my slope is equal to 3. All right, let's look at the other one. For the other one, I'm going to take 9y plus 4x equals x minus 9. Solve for y. Let's see, I would subtract 4x on both sides. So now I have 9y equals negative 3x minus 9. Divide by 9. Y is equal to, reduce this. That's going to be negative 1/3 x minus 1. This one has a slope of m equals negative 1/3. They're the negative reciprocal of each other, so this one is perpendicular. All right, let's pause the video and do another part.